Alright, now let's see a Captain's Catch seafood restaurant and sports bar. Now let's talk about that. You see, they got a Coast Guard. You know what a Coast Guard's for? Well, you know, it's a color guard. You know, the Navy talk about that because they like to include the civilians. So we say, hey, you see the color guard? It's the Coast Guard, you know? Coast Guard? Yeah, the color guard, man. You know? Those Coast Guard people, you know? Well, somebody lied and said they were a bunch of slaves they brought over. No, man. They were in a rehabilitation stuff, man. We don't do mean stuff like that. So we made the Coast Guard and we call it the color guard, man. So that's why they were running around with, you know, these flags and stuff. There's black people, man. They were like, Mom, we got this flag because the English people, man, you know, from Great Britain, you know, when we had, you know, all the Civil War and stuff, you know, but we had the, you know, Revolutionary War. So since we had the Revolutionary War and, you know, the independence stuff, you know, and we had the Civil War, and it's like, man, you know, those black people out there is a color guard, man. And they say, hey, we don't get to shoot guns and stuff. It's just not yet, man. And man, there's some of the bravest people ever, man. They're walking out there, no guns and holding flags up and stuff, man. What do you think they were talking about, man? It's like, hey, you ever seen those people run out there with no guns, like missionaries and stuff? It's like, well, you know, talking about, you know, you say, well, it's the color guard, man, for the Coast Guard, you know? So I was like, oh, man, yeah. Well, then we had the Tuskegee Airmen, you know? You know, they wanted to fly planes and stuff, so it was like, okay. So we were like, oh, that's pretty cool. So we made a space program and stuff, you know? They wanted to get the scientists in on that and stuff. Well, there's a right way to do stuff and there's a wrong way to do stuff. So we had the Captain's Catch, you know? And that's the Catch 22, you know, the seafood restaurant and sports bar. We were like, you know, we're putting out all this education so it can be an all-inclusive society for the universal healthcare system, you know? So be patient, be nice, be polite, man. You know, it's the best we can do. We got to get the groundwork put together first, you know? And that's the Captain's Catch 22, you know? If you don't like it, we got a Coast Guard, you know? That's why we got a Coast Guard. It's got like the red and orange boats and stuff, you know, out there, you know? Lifesavers, you know? Big orange life vests, you know? They said Trump, you know? So Trump had a orange hair and, you know, making fun of him. It's like, that's for the Coast Guard, man, the color guard, you know? Okay? They said, man, that guy did more for the black community than anybody even know about. And the reason they didn't know about it is because we need a better education system. So that's a Captain's Catch 22. It's like, hey, you ever see that Star Trek stuff, man? We're like, you know, we're working on a space system, you know? You gotta be kidding me. He says, yeah, the space program, man. We had a shuttle program for tourism. We were trying to say, look, see the big space shuttle in the sky? We're also trying to make shuttle vans from airports to run around, you know, and go to these big attractions and stuff. And the attractions are supposed to be attracting people to education, better education. You know, can you carbon copy that Captain's Catch? Did you catch the drift on that? Like, man, like driftwood, man. You know, people wanted to come to America so much because they had a great tourism system for education. And they're like, man, some people just kind of forgot. And it's like, hey, did you catch the drift on that? Even China's trying to help us repair so we can help repair the world. And it's like, you know, Tokyo Drift, man. That's a fast and furious move for warp speed education, okay?